Okay, good. I reviewed today's classes, prepared for tomorrow's, and finished my homework. Some parts aren't due for a while, so I left some of those for later. 10 p.m., huh? It was already late when I glanced over at the clock. Well, I'm ready for tomorrow. I prepared everything I'll need for lunch and dinner. Roast beef on baguettes may have been a bit much, but that seems pretty standard. I'll have enough time if I start preparing them right when I get up. I bet Mom will laugh at me for using the oven first thing in the morning. Guess I should take a bath. But first, I leaned back in my chair. I should get my thoughts together. I like to sit at my desk and think before going to bed. This is my habit when I have a lot of things to consider, each of them in order. First, the three in the broadcasting club. From what Megumi said today, they're always together, and it isn't obvious who might like who. If that's the case, she might have to stick close to them for a while before we can tell. And then there's what Megumi said about Sachi-san being able to tell, and how Sachi-san can't seem to enter the Hoshikan building, in which case the three of them need to go to the inner building for Sachi-san to check them out. But how? Should I ask them for something like an interview since they're in the broadcasting club? But I couldn't ask them for anything like that since I'm not in the club or anything. Yeah, that won't work. Should we call them over there on the PA system? No, they're in the broadcasting club. That wouldn't work. I could really get in trouble for that. The third-year students' classrooms are in the inner building. Should I get one of them to call them over? No, I don't know anyone I could ask to do that. Hina has some third-year upperclassmen, but I couldn't get her involved in this. I don't think I'm going to find the solution anytime soon. And until I have a good idea, I'll just have to rely on chance. Yeah, we'll have to wait on this one. Next is Maki-san and Ihara-senpai. The problem there is the two of them, or mainly Ihara-senpai, are always busy. They're so busy that they have no time to relax and talk to each other. Because of that, they will never move forward from their current friendship. I could fix that if I gave them somewhere to hang out together, but I don't know of any place like that. I'll have to start by looking for one. I told Megumi I had a few ideas, but we have to make sure they're actually usable. And once we find one, then we have to tell them about it. How? Me? Tell them, hey, you should try this place I found to be alone together? No. We'll have to find one on our own, then guide them to it somehow. This sounds pretty hard. In any case, Maki-san and Ihara-senpai, two of the broadcasting club trio, and those two ghosts, I had no idea there were so many people around me in girl-girl romances. I find it a little surprising, or rather, I don't really get it. Are there normally this many? Is it because we're an all-girls school? Megumi asked me today what I thought of girls liking other girls. What I said to her then wasn't a lie. I was caught off guard since I hadn't given it any thought, but I didn't think they were stupid and I didn't think it was creepy. I just thought, so that happens too. That's a thing. I mean, Maki-san, that first year, and the flash of her face I saw after she delivered her letter, I bet she couldn't make a face like that if she wasn't really in love. The only reason I wasn't sure was probably because I've never been in love myself, and not just with another girl, of course. And what I'm doing now, helping people like that, when I thought about it again, this is really none of my business at all, is it? Finding out who likes who and helping them get together? Yeah, no matter how I think about it, my cheeks are burning. What the heck am I doing? I never imagined I'd be involved in something like this, doing all these things for other people. I'm already doing all this thinking about it, trying to figure out how to make it all work and what I should do. I hung my head for a moment. The drawer of my desk came into view. It was locked shut. All of a sudden, my head cleared. Calm down. Don't panic. Take it slow. I'll just do it quietly so I don't stand out. Whatever I can do to help. I have to do it that way. Because it really isn't any of my business.
Morning, Yuna.
Morning, Ano. Forget anything today?
Yep.
Seriously, why do you sound so proud of yourself? It really makes me wonder if some kind of condition is causing her to be this forgetful. No matter what, she'll forget one thing or another every day like clockwork. You could set your alarm to it. Her talent for forgetting things was actually what brought us together. It was on a day not long after we started here when we were in the same class during our first year. Ano had forgotten every single textbook and material she'd needed for classes that day, and had asked if she could see mine since I sat next to her. First period, I thought it was pretty normal. Second period, I thought, well, this happens sometimes. By third period, I was too dumbfounded to say anything. After fourth period, I just silently moved my desk over to her, and to top it all off, when I asked her after school if she thought it was a different day of the week or something, Ano's answer had been,
I just forgot all the textbooks I'd been planning on bringing today.
That's not possible. Wouldn't that mean you didn't have any textbooks in your bag at all? Wouldn't you notice that? When I grilled Ano like that, she'd said,
Mission accomplished.
And stuck out her thumb. In that instant, I realized, yeah, she really did forget them all. She forgot all sorts of things after that, relying on me instead. It was a while before I realized it's not going to happen. I wanted to avoid getting close to anyone, but with Ano, that wasn't going to be an option. I was forced to admit that eventually. One day she hadn't forgotten anything. She had her textbooks, her notebooks, her homework, her phone, her notepad, her lunch, her wallet, her train pass, handkerchief pads, and all sorts of other stuff. Even the book she promised to lend me. And her bag, of course. I thought, wow, so there are days like this too, huh? That was the first day since I'd met Ano that I hadn't heard the word forgot. And after spending the day in relative peace, I realized just before fifth period, on that day on which we just happened to have gym class, that she'd forgotten to wear a bra. How could you forget that when you got those two huge things on you? Flustered, I suggested Ano sit out gym that day. Ano forgetting things doesn't surprise me anymore. That's just what she's like. Can you do something about it on your own?
Yep, I've already taken care of it.
I see. Oh, that's right, Ano.
What is it?
Hina and I are going to have a little study group before exams. You're welcome to join us.
Really? Ooh, count me in! Yay! I'm looking forward to your cooking, Yuna.
I'll cook, but we're not getting together just to hang out, alright? I can lend you a textbook and pencils and stuff, but at least remember your notebooks, okay?
I got it. The last time we had one was before Hina-chan started school here, right?
Yeah, I think it was just before the entrance exam.
And now she's a first year. Time sure flies, huh? It's been a whole year since we started here, too.
What are you talking about? Speaking of first years, though, say, Ano, do you know a first year named Maki Sana-san?
No. Even I don't know too many of the new students yet.
Yeah, I figured. Ano actually has a pretty big social circle, as it turns out. I thought she might know her, but I guess not.
Who is she? Somebody you know, Yuna?
Oh, I guess she sits next to Hina.
Ah. Well, I don't know her. But I did run into the broadcasting club trio this morning on the train.
Huh? Yeah?
They were all together again this morning. Those three are like a real comedy troupe.
That's a little rude, isn't it? I get what you mean, though.
Oh, you're acting kind of cold. Nana's a friend of mine, so I was thinking I could introduce if you want. Though I guess it's kind of weird to introduce someone you were in the same class with last year.
Huh? What should I do? I'm not sure that introducing myself to them will help. And it might be even harder to hide my actions if we become close. No, that's fine.
Yeah? I thought you'd be interested since, you were asking about them the other day.
Well, I was a little interested then, but it's fine now. Thanks and sorry.
No, it's fine. You don't need to thank me. I'm just Never heard you ask me about somebody else like that before, Yuna. I guess I got ahead of myself. Spun my wheels a bit. Ooh.
Sorry for making you spin your wheels. It wasn't the first time, though, was it? How antisocial do you think I am?
I'm pretty sure it was, actually. Miss Anna was quite surprised.
Am I that bad? I guess I might be.
And it was the first time you were asking me for something, so,
Really?
I guess. I was pretty touched, you know.
Now I feel bad.
Don't worry about it. Your sins will wash away if you let me see your textbook in third period.
I thought you'd already taken care of it today.
I didn't say I'd only forgotten one thing.
Alright, I'll share it.
Yay! I love you, Yuna.
Lunch break. I took my lunch up to the roof like I always did. But strangely, only Sachi-san awaited me. Hello, Sachi-san. Oh, is Megumi not with you?
Hello, Yuna-san. I've asked Megumi to keep an eye on the broadcasting club today.
Oh, I see. I sat down on the bench and took out my lunch. I brought baguette sandwiches like I promised Hina I'd make yesterday. As I was about to take my first bite, my phone rumbled in my pocket. Oh, sorry, my phone's ringing. I extracted my intrusive phone from my pocket. It's a text. From my mom. Someone needed to skip work tonight on short notice, so she'd be covering part of their night shift. In other words, she was telling me she'd be home late. I skimmed over the text and slid the app closed with my finger.
What's that? It isn't a cell phone.
Whoa. Sachi-san's nearly leaning over my shoulder. Hasn't she seen a phone before? It's a cell phone. Oh, cell phone short for cellular telephone. There were like regular phones when Sachi-san was alive, right?
Oh, even I know what a cell phone is. Everyone has one these days.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
But there aren't any buttons on yours, Yuna-san.
Oh, that's because this is a smartphone.
Smartphone?
You use it like this instead of with buttons. I slid my finger across the screen, showing off a few different apps.
Wow.
Whoa. Her eyes went wide as saucers.
What's happening? You're making it work just by touching it, Yuna-san?
What is happening?
Cell phones these days sure are something. Could you show me more of it later?
Sure, I don't mind. That's kind of unexpected. I guess Sachi-san's interested in stuff like this.
Megumi knows a little more about these things. She likes to look at magazines and such when the students read them in their classrooms.
Is that so? Ghosts are even stealing glances at our magazines, huh? Well, anyway, this time I really started eating lunch. The sandwiches Hina requested. Next to me, Sachi-san reported on the investigation.
Maki-chan really is cute.
Sachi-san observed Maki-san yesterday, apparently.
Maki-chan was on her own yesterday. It seems Aihara-san had to leave early. What do you think she did?
I wonder. I didn't think she'd have any reason to be at school since Aihara-senpai wasn't there.
Maki-san suddenly started walking all around the school.
Huh? That's unusual.
It was like she was looking for something. Do you know what it was? It seems she came to the same conclusion as you, Yuna-san. She wants to find somewhere she and Miki-san can talk together.
The same conclusion?
That's right. She was looking for a secret place for the two of them.
Oh.
She was like a little kitten exploring every corner. I was having fun just following her around. Her eyes were sparkling everywhere she went, looking at the buildings. Maki-chan really is cute. She's working so hard for the girl she likes. I'd like for their relationship to work out. I'd like their love to grow.
Right. Well, I don't really know what this love thing is about, but I guess I'm hopeful for them. At least a little. So, Maki-san's looking for a place like that too. That's convenient then, isn't it? Last night, I was struggling to think of a way to let Maki-san know if we did end up finding somewhere for her. But if she's doing some searching on her own, then our goals coincide even if our motives don't. We might be able to guide her there.
She's been checking rooms during her breaks today too. I'm sure she wants nothing more than to find somewhere they can be alone together. I'd like to find somewhere nice for them, but I wonder if Maki-chan will find somewhere first.
About that,
Huh?
I have a few ideas about places that might work well.
My, really?
We'll have to check them out to make sure, though.
That's wonderful, Yuna-san. Where are they?
In the inner building.
Really? Would you like to go with me after school then?
With Sachi-san? What should I do? I don't think she'll get in the way or anything, but there's something I've been wondering about Sachi-san. Sachi-san?
Yes?
You can, well, read people's minds, right?
Yes.
So, like, how much can you tell about someone? It's been bothering me for a while. Are we all just open books to her? I want to know how much she can tell about me.
Well, I haven't really explained it to you yet, have I, Yuna-san? I'm sorry for scaring you, but don't worry. I can't do anything that remarkable.
So she says, but that's not entirely reassuring.
All I can tell is what someone is feeling strongly, and I have to be right next to them to determine that. Really, it's more emotions than thoughts. It's not so much what people are thinking, but what they're feeling. And it doesn't work when there are very many people nearby. The feelings get twisted together and hidden among the others. I could probably only tell between two people at most. If I want to know what they're feeling in more detail, it's possible by touching them. But that's not very polite, wouldn't you say? See, it's not very impressive, is it?
You think? That still seems pretty amazing. So ghosts can even do things like that too? But according to Sachi-san, she can only read feelings, not thoughts. In which case, memories are probably a no-go. I'm a little relieved. I don't want anyone digging into that stuff.
I think I can tell when people are in love, because it's the emotion I'm most sensitive to. It's the feeling I want to know most, the one I want to understand most. Megumi thinks it's amazing, but this is really all I can do.
Sachi-san said with a little smile.
Let's go project!